Welcome to Lotus Light Teachings, where ancient wisdom meets modern life. Today, we embark on a vibrant journey to discover how something as simple as the colors we wear can transform our lives. Let's step into 2025 with purpose and positivity together. Have you ever stopped to think about the colors you surround yourself with? Imagine a cold January morning. You pull on a vibrant purple scarf, and suddenly, the day feels different, richer, fuller, as if unseen forces are aligning in your favor. Coincidence? Or could the colors we wear truly influence the energy around us? Throughout history, colors have been more than just visual experiences. In Buddhist teachings, they embody energies that harmonize the spiritual and material realms. Purple whispers of transformation. Green speaks of steady growth. Yellow, orange, and red shout of confidence, creativity, and passion. Each hue carries a frequency that resonates with our chakras, the spiritual energy centers within us, amplifying our ability to attract wealth, success, and abundance. But how does this ancient knowledge apply to your life in 2025? Can something as simple as a choice of clothing become a powerful tool for personal transformation? Let me take you on this journey. Together, we'll explore 5 powerful colors and uncover how each one can be your ally as you step into the new year with purpose. This isn't about superstition or fleeting trends. It's about understanding the deep connections between energy, intention, and action, rooted in Buddhist wisdom and designed to align you with the flow of abundance. Purple, the color of spiritual and material harmony. Close your eyes for a moment and imagine the color purple. Not just any shade, but a deep, rich hue that feels almost alive, vibrating with energy, like the first rays of dawn melting into the last whispers of twilight. Purple has always carried a sense of mystery and majesty, an invitation to step beyond the ordinary and into a realm where the spiritual and material worlds intertwine. In the ancient wisdom of Buddhism, purple represents a union of opposites. The grounding energy of red, symbolic of vitality and material success, merged with the expansive calm of blue, echoing the depths of higher consciousness. Together, these two forces create harmony, the balance that allows us to transcend our limitations while staying connected to our purpose. In our fast-paced, modern lives, this balance can feel elusive. We're constantly pulled in different directions, striving for professional success while longing for inner peace. And yet, as the teachings remind us, the two are not separate but deeply interconnected. It is only when we align our inner world with our external actions that true transformation can occur. Let me tell you a story. Picture a CEO named Emma. She was brilliant, driven, and successful by all outward appearances. But behind closed doors, she felt like a spinning top, constantly in motion, yet going nowhere meaningful. Her company was floundering, her team demoralized, and her personal life in shambles. One day, while cleaning out her closet, she stumbled upon an old purple scarf her grandmother had given her years ago. It was just a scarf, or so she thought. But as she held it, a memory surfaced, her grandmother's gentle voice explaining how purple symbolized clarity and transformation. On a whim, Emma decided to wear the scarf to work the next day. It was the first small step on a much larger journey. As the week unfolded, something shifted. Emma found herself drawn to the energy purple represented. She began meditating in the mornings, imagining purple light radiating from her crown chakra, the energy center at the top of her head, linked to divine inspiration and wisdom. Slowly, the mental fog that had clouded her decisions began to clear. She started seeing solutions she hadn't considered before. Instead of tackling her challenges with brute force, she allowed her intuition to guide her. One day, during a brainstorming session, a breakthrough idea emerged. Something bold yet grounded, inspired yet practical. This idea revitalized not only her business but also her sense of purpose. What was it about purple that catalyzed such profound change? Purple works on multiple levels. It activates the crown chakra, creating a bridge between our higher consciousness and the earthly decisions we must navigate daily. It fosters clarity, a quality essential for anyone who feels overwhelmed or stuck. More than that, purple invites us to view our lives holistically. It reminds us that we don't have to choose between material success and spiritual growth. They can and should coexist. Think about your own life. Have you ever felt torn between what your heart desires and what the world demands? Perhaps you've found yourself lost in the grind, chasing goals that leave you feeling hollow. Purple is a gentle but powerful teacher, nudging us to pause and reflect, to ensure that what we pursue outwardly aligns with who we are inwardly. Imagine wearing purple during a difficult moment, a tense meeting, a creative block, or a day when everything feels like too much. The color's energy is like a deep breath, calming your nerves and opening your mind to new possibilities. It's a reminder to trust not just your intellect, but also your intuition. Emma's story doesn't end with that one scarf. She began incorporating purple into her wardrobe. A tie here, a blouse there, not as a fashion statement, but as a daily affirmation of balance and transformation. Her company thrived, not because of some overnight miracle, but because she started leading with a sense of clarity and purpose. And something else happened. She began connecting with her team on a deeper level, encouraging them to align their personal growth with the company's goals. Together, they created a culture of harmony where creativity and discipline, ambition and mindfulness could coexist. The beauty of purple is that it's not just a color, it's an energy, a way of being. It whispers, slow down, look within. The answers you seek are already here. So the next time you're feeling stuck, overwhelmed, or disconnected, consider inviting purple into your life, not just as a color to wear, but as a practice to embody. Visualize it in your meditations. Surround yourself with it in your environment. And most importantly, let its lessons guide your actions. As the Buddhist teachings remind us, life is not a race but a journey. Transformation doesn't come from forcing change, but from aligning with the flow of the universe. Purple, with its profound depth and quiet strength, is a reminder that when we seek harmony within, the world around us begins to reflect it back. And now, I'll leave you with a question to ponder. What part of your life feels out of alignment? How might you invite purple's energy, its clarity, its balance, into that space? Take your time. Transformation, like the rising sun, unfolds moment by moment. And as you journey forward, remember, you are not alone. We're all walking this path together, finding our way toward harmony. One step, and one color at a time. Green, the color of growth and harmony. Picture this. A vast field stretching as far as the eye can see, lush and vibrant, every blade of grass shimmering with the early morning dew. The air is cool, crisp, and carries the faint scent of earth renewed by the night's gentle rain. This is the essence of green, a color that whispers of life, growth, and a quiet, steady resilience. Green is not just a color, it's a feeling, a rhythm, a state of being. It embodies the natural cycles of growth and renewal that surround us, urging us to pause and breathe deeply, to notice the beauty of patience. In Buddhist teachings, green symbolizes harmony, balance, and the gentle yet powerful force of nature. It teaches us that growth is not a sudden leap, but a gradual unfolding, like a seed pushing through the soil toward the sun. In our fast-paced world, where instant gratification reigns supreme, the energy of green can feel like an antidote, a soothing balm that reminds us to trust the process. The journey to abundance, whether in wealth, relationships, or personal fulfillment, is rarely a straight path. Instead, it mirrors the cycles of nature, requiring care, patience, and faith. I once met a young entrepreneur named Sarah who embodied this lesson. Sarah was the type of person who carried big dreams in her heart. She had always imagined running her own business, something that would allow her to blend her creative spirit with her desire to make a positive impact. But like so many of us, she was impatient. She wanted results now. A thriving business, financial security, and recognition for her efforts. At first, her business journey was marked by quick decisions and rushed goals. She poured all her energy into launching flashy marketing campaigns and chasing immediate sales. But success seemed to elude her. Instead of flourishing, her efforts left her feeling burned out and disheartened. One day, while walking through a nearby park to clear her mind, she noticed the trees. They stood tall and unshaken, their roots firmly planted in the earth. She began to wonder, how long had these trees taken to grow? How many seasons had they endured? Storms, droughts, cold winters, before they reached this moment of quiet grandeur. That evening, Sarah decided to reflect on what she truly wanted. She lit a green candle, a gift from a friend, and sat quietly. She closed her eyes and visualized green energy enveloping her heart, soothing the anxiety that had been building for months. She let herself imagine her business not as a sprint, but as a garden. Something she could tend to with care and patience. The days that followed marked a turning point. Sarah began incorporating green into her life, not just as a color but as a mindset. She wore green scarves during her planning sessions, placed a small jade plant on her desk, and used a green notebook for her financial goals. These were small acts, but they symbolized a deeper shift within her. She started to approach her business with a focus on sustainability rather than speed. Instead of chasing every fleeting opportunity, she chose to nurture relationships with her clients, building trust and loyalty. She revisited her budget with an eye toward long-term stability, setting realistic goals that aligned with her values. The transformation was subtle at first, but it grew steadily, like the roots of a tree stretching deeper into the soil. Her business began to thrive, not explosively, but consistently. Month by month, her efforts bore fruit, not only in financial gains but also in a sense of fulfillment she hadn't known before. Green is deeply tied to the heart chakra, the energy center that governs love, compassion, and connection. When this chakra is open, we become aligned with a sense of abundance that transcends material wealth. It teaches us to give and receive generously, to approach challenges with an open heart and a steady mind. Think about your own life. Have there been moments when you rushed toward a goal, only to feel overwhelmed or unfulfilled? Perhaps you felt the pressure to achieve success overnight, measuring your worth by the pace of your progress. Green invites you to step back, to breathe, and to trust that growth happens in its own time. Imagine setting financial goals while surrounded by green, wearing a green sweater, sitting by a plant-filled window, or using a green pen to map out your plans. The color's energy reminds you to be patient with yourself, to focus on the steps rather than the finish line. It encourages you to align your ambitions with your values, ensuring that your success feels not just rewarding but meaningful. Sarah's story is not unique. It reflects a universal truth, that growth requires balance. Just as a plant needs sunlight and water in the right proportions, we must balance our efforts with rest, our ambitions with gratitude, and our plans with adaptability. Green is also a color of trust, a quiet reassurance that even when progress feels slow, the seeds you've planted are taking root. It teaches us to find joy in the journey, to celebrate the small milestones that lead to greater achievements. The beauty of green lies in its simplicity. It doesn't demand, it nurtures. It whispers, be patient, be present. The abundance you seek is already on its way. As you reflect on the energy of green, consider how you might bring its lessons into your own life. What areas feel rushed or unbalanced? How might you slow down, trust the process, and nurture your dreams with care? Let this color remind you that true growth isn't about how fast you reach your goals, but how deeply rooted you become along the way. Just as Sarah discovered, success isn't a destination. It's a journey. A green, thriving journey that leads not just to abundance, but to harmony and peace. Yellow, the color of confidence and clarity. Imagine the warmth of the sun on a crisp morning, its golden light stretching across the horizon, painting the world in shades of hope and possibility. Yellow carries this same energy. It's a color that invites us to embrace the world with open arms, to let its brightness fill the spaces in our lives where doubt and hesitation linger. Yellow is not just a vibrant hue, it's a spark, an igniter of courage and clarity. It holds the power to illuminate paths obscured by uncertainty, urging us to take bold steps forward. In Buddhist teachings, yellow resonates with wisdom and enlightenment, reminding us that confidence is born not from arrogance, but from a deep understanding of our potential. There was once an artist named Clara who, for many years, kept her work hidden from the world. She painted in a small corner of her apartment, her canvases filled with vivid scenes that seemed to dance with life. But despite her talent, Clara was plagued by self-doubt. What if no one likes my work? She would think. What if I fail? Her days felt muted, as though she lived in a shadow of her own making. Her friends often encouraged her to share her art, but their words fell on ears dulled by fear. One afternoon, while browsing through a local market, Clara's eyes were drawn to a delicate yellow scarf. Its color reminded her of the sun, a constant, unwavering force. On an impulse, she bought it, not realizing that this small act would change her life. The following day, she wore the scarf while painting, its golden hue catching the sunlight streaming through her window. It was as if the scarf carried its own energy, filling the room with warmth and inspiration. Clara felt something shift within her, a quiet but unmistakable surge of confidence. Yellow is closely linked to the solar plexus chakra, the energy center located just above the navel. This chakra governs personal power, self-esteem, and decision-making. When it's balanced, we feel capable and self-assured, ready to face challenges with determination. For Clara, the color yellow acted as a catalyst, awakening her inner strength. Over the weeks, Clara began to notice changes. She started sketching ideas for an art exhibition, a dream she had buried long ago. At first, the thought terrified her, but the more she leaned into the energy of yellow, the less daunting it seemed. She wore her scarf during every planning session, as if it were a talisman against doubt. Yellow encourages clarity, a quality often overshadowed by the noise of self-criticism and fear. It's like standing on a mountain peak, where the air is clear and the view stretches endlessly. From this vantage point, you can see not just the obstacles in your path, but also the opportunities waiting beyond them. For Clara, clarity came in the form of realizing that her fear of failure was holding her back more than failure itself ever could. She decided to take a leap. She reached out to a local gallery, presenting her work with a confidence she hadn't felt in years. To her surprise, they loved her pieces and offered her a solo exhibition. As she prepared for the show, Clara continued to channel the energy of yellow. She painted with it, wore it, and even decorated the exhibition space with sunflowers, symbols of resilience and optimism. The opening night was a success, not just in terms of sales, but in how it transformed Clara's perception of herself. Yellow also fosters innovation. It sparks ideas that feel like bursts of sunlight piercing through a cloudy sky. It encourages us to think creatively, to see possibilities where others see barriers. Clara experienced this firsthand as she began to explore new techniques in her art, pushing boundaries she had once considered unmovable. But the power of yellow extends beyond individual achievements. It has a way of radiating outward, influencing the people around you. Clara's newfound confidence inspired others in her community to pursue their passions, creating a ripple effect of positivity and growth. Think about a time in your own life when doubt held you back. Perhaps it was a job opportunity you hesitated to apply for, a conversation you were too afraid to start, or an idea you abandoned because it felt too risky. Imagine how different things might have been if you had embraced the energy of yellow at a bold, affirming presence whispering, "You can do this." Incorporating yellow into your life doesn't require grand gestures. It can be as simple as wearing a yellow accessory during an important meeting, placing a bouquet of yellow flowers on your desk, or using yellow in your creative projects. The key is to let its energy remind you of your inherent strength and potential. Yellow is also a color of joy, a reminder to celebrate not just the destination but the journey. Clara found that her happiness didn't stem solely from her exhibition's success. It came from the act of reclaiming her power, of stepping into the light she had denied herself for so long. As you reflect on the story of Clara and the lessons of yellow, consider this: what areas of your life could benefit from greater clarity and confidence? How might you use the energy of yellow to illuminate your path, to spark ideas and actions that bring you closer to your goals? Life is full of moments that call for courage, for a willingness to take risks despite the uncertainty. Yellow reminds us that within each of us lies the power to rise to these moments, to shine brightly even in the face of doubt. It's a color that doesn't just brighten a room, it brightens the spirit, urging us to move forward with hope and conviction. So the next time you see the golden glow of sunrise or feel the warmth of the sun on your skin, let it remind you of the energy you carry within. Like Clara, you have the power to turn your dreams into reality. All it takes is a little light dot and the courage to let it in. Orange, the color of creativity and connections. Close your eyes and imagine the warm glow of a setting sun. The sky is painted in hues of orange, a color that seems to pulse with life, energy, and possibility. It feels like the cusp of something new, a transition from the familiar to the unknown, filled with the promise of adventure. That is the essence of orange. Vibrant, daring, and endlessly creative. Orange is not a subtle color. It doesn't whisper. It announces itself boldly, encouraging you to break free from the constraints of routine and embrace the infinite potential of connection and collaboration. It's a color that radiates warmth, inviting others into your orbit, fostering relationships, and igniting the spark of creativity. There's something inherently inviting about orange. It's the color of autumn leaves, rich and textured, falling in spirals as the air turns crisp. It's the hue of ripe citrus fruits, bursting with flavor, awakening your senses with a single bite. It draws you in, energizes you, and gently nudges you toward action. I once met a young entrepreneur named Alex, whose journey captures the spirit of orange perfectly. Alex had a dream to create a startup that would revolutionize the way small businesses accessed funding. The idea was solid, but the path forward was anything but clear. In the early days, Alex worked tirelessly, driven by passion but often feeling isolated in the effort. One day, while attending a networking event, Alex noticed a striking orange banner across the room. It belonged to a creative agency, and its bold color seemed to radiate a sense of dynamism and excitement. Drawn to it, Alex struck up a conversation with one of the agency's founders. That meeting marked the beginning of a partnership that would transform not only Alex's business but also his approach to success. Orange is closely tied to the sacral chakra, the energy center located just below the navel. This chakra governs creativity, passion, and our ability to connect with others. When this energy flows freely, we feel inspired and open to collaboration. We're not just dreaming, we're building, sharing, and co-creating. For Alex, this connection awakened a new perspective. Through the partnership, Alex's startup gained not only marketing expertise, but also a sense of community. The agency helped him reimagine his brand with vibrant orange accents, symbolizing boldness and innovation. As his confidence grew, so did his network. Alex began attending more events, hosting workshops, and inviting others to join him in brainstorming sessions. There's a lesson here about the power of connection. Too often, we view success as a solitary pursuit, as though the weight of the world rests solely on our shoulders. But orange reminds us that we are not alone. It's a color that encourages us to reach out, to form partnerships, and to share our ideas with others. Think about the last time you worked on something creative. Maybe it was a project at work, a personal hobby, or even planning a family event. Did you notice how your energy shifted when you involved others? How the exchange of ideas sparked new possibilities? That's the energy of orange in action. Creativity thrives in community. When we allow ourselves to be vulnerable enough to share our thoughts and collaborate, we create a synergy that goes beyond what any one person could achieve alone. Alex's startup flourished not because of any single idea, but because of the collaborative spirit that orange inspired. But orange is not just about connection. It's also about courage. It invites us to take risks, to step outside our comfort zones, and to explore opportunities that might feel intimidating at first. For Alex, this meant expanding his business into international markets, a daunting move, but one that paid off immensely. Taking risks doesn't mean acting recklessly. It means trusting in your vision and having the courage to pursue it, even when the outcome is uncertain. Orange teaches us that growth often lies just beyond the boundaries of familiarity. Imagine yourself in Alex's shoes. Perhaps there's a project you've been hesitant to start, a conversation you've avoided, or a goal that feels out of reach. What would it look like to embrace the energy of orange? To say yes to the unknown, to collaborate with others, and to trust in your ability to adapt and grow. Incorporating orange into your life doesn't have to be dramatic. It could be as simple as wearing an orange accessory to a meeting, adding a touch of orange to your workspace, or choosing orange-themed decor for an event. These small gestures can serve as reminders to stay open, energetic, and connected. Alex's story is a testament to what happens when we align with the energy of orange. His startup didn't just succeed. It became a hub for creativity and collaboration, a place where ideas flourished and people felt inspired. The relationships he built through his journey became as valuable as the business itself. In today's fast-paced world, where competition often overshadows connection, orange offers a different path. It encourages us to see each interaction as an opportunity, each challenge as a chance to innovate, and each relationship as a potential source of inspiration. As you reflect on the role of orange in your life, consider this. How might you use its energy to build stronger connections and foster creativity? What risks are you willing to take to pursue your passions? Life is a canvas, and orange is the brushstroke that brings it to life with boldness and brilliance. It reminds us that we are at our best when we are connected not just to others, but also to our own sense of purpose and possibility. So go ahead, let orange inspire you to take that next step, to reach out, and to create something extraordinary. Red, the color of power and action. Imagine a roaring fire crackling in the stillness of a winter night. The flames dance with an intensity that feels alive, radiating heat and light, pushing back the cold and dark. This is the energy of red. Dynamic, bold, and unapologetically strong. Red doesn't hesitate. It commands attention, drives action, and fuels the courage needed to step into life's most decisive moments. Red is more than a color. It's a force of nature. It pulses with vitality, igniting our deepest passions and urging us to act. In Buddhist teachings, red symbolizes energy, strength, and transformation. It's the color of the root chakra, the foundation of our physical and emotional stability. When this energy center is activated, we feel grounded, capable, and ready to face whatever challenges come our way. There was a man I once met, a seasoned investor named Daniel, whose life illustrates the power of red perfectly. Daniel had spent decades in the world of finance, navigating its highs and lows with a steady hand. He was known for his analytical mind and his ability to remain calm under pressure. But there was one pivotal moment in his career when everything hinged on a single decision point, one that would define not only his professional legacy but also his personal sense of purpose. It was during the financial crisis of 2008, a time of chaos and uncertainty. Markets were crashing, businesses were folding, and fear was the dominant force. Daniel found himself at a crossroads. An opportunity had presented itself, a chance to invest in a struggling but promising company. The potential for success was enormous, but so was the risk. He knew that one misstep could mean ruin. For days, Daniel wrestled with the decision. He analyzed the data, consulted with colleagues, and replayed countless scenarios in his mind. But no matter how much he tried to think his way through the problem, clarity eluded him. Then, on the morning of the decision, he reached for a red tie, a gift from his late father, who had always believed in his ability to rise to any challenge. As he tightened the tie around his neck, Daniel felt something shift. The color seemed to infuse him with a sense of certainty and strength. It was as if the energy of red was whispering to him, "You've prepared for this. You know what to do. Trust yourself." That day, he made the bold choice to invest. It wasn't an easy decision, but it was the right one. The company not only survived but thrived, becoming one of the most successful ventures in his portfolio. Red has this power. It awakens our inner fire, giving us the courage to act decisively, even in the face of fear. It reminds us that strength isn't the absence of doubt, but the ability to move forward despite it. Think about the times in your own life when you faced a pivotal moment. Perhaps it was a job interview, a difficult conversation, or a leap of faith into the unknown. How did you find the courage to take that step? Chances are, there was an energy within you, a red energy, propelling you forward. This color's connection to the root chakra is no coincidence. Located at the base of the spine, the root chakra is our foundation, our anchor in the storm. It governs our sense of security, stability, and belonging. When this energy center is balanced, we feel grounded and supported, ready to take bold actions toward our goals. Red activates this energy, grounding us in the present moment while igniting our drive to pursue what matters most. Imagine walking into a high-stakes negotiation wearing red. The color announces your presence before you even say a word. It conveys confidence, determination, and a willingness to take charge. But red is not just about projecting power outward. It's also about cultivating it within. It's a reminder to stand firm in your convictions, to trust your instincts, and to embrace the strength that lies at your core. For Daniel, red wasn't just a tie.it was a symbol of his ability to rise above fear and act with purpose. And his story isn't unique. Around the world, countless individuals have found strength in red during their most critical moments. A public speaker who wore a red dress to overcome stage fright. An athlete who donned a red jersey before a championship game. A parent who painted their kitchen red to create a space of warmth and energy for their family. Red also teaches us about passion, the kind that fuels not just our actions but our lives. It's the fire that drives a musician to compose, an activist to march, a teacher to inspire. Passion isn't just about grand gestures. It's about the quiet determination to keep going, even when the odds are against you. But red's power must be balanced. Just as fire can warm and illuminate, it can also burn if left unchecked. This is where mindfulness comes in. Red invites us to channel its energy wisely, using it to propel us forward without letting it consume us. It's a reminder to ground our actions in purpose and intention, ensuring that our pursuit of success aligns with our values. As you reflect on the energy of red, consider how it might support you in your own journey. What areas of your life require bold action or renewed passion? How might you incorporate red into your daily routine, not just as a color but as a mindset? Perhaps it's wearing a red scarf during a challenging day, placing a red object on your desk as a reminder of your strength, or visualizing a red light at your root chakra during meditation. These small acts can have a profound impact, grounding you in the present while igniting the courage to move toward your goals. Life is full of moments that call for decisiveness and strength. Red is there for those moments, a steady, pulsing energy that reminds you of your capacity to rise, to act, and to succeed. Like Daniel, you have everything you need within you to face life's challenges with confidence and purpose. All it takes is the courage to embrace the power of red dot and the belief that you are capable of achieving greatness. Engaging narrative and lessons. Let's start with purple. Imagine a weary executive standing at the crossroads of burnout and transformation. By embracing purple as a symbol of spiritual and material harmony, they found clarity in chaos, discovering a new business strategy that not only revived their company but also brought peace to their personal life. Purple encourages us to reflect, to connect with the higher self, and to align our ambitions with purpose. Now, think about green, the color of nature. Picture a struggling farmer who began wearing green as a symbol of hope and renewal. Slowly, he started noticing the cycles of life mirrored in his work, cultivating patience and persistence. Green reminds us that growth isn't always immediate. Sometimes, it's about tending to the roots before seeing the fruits. Yellow, the color of confidence, is where things truly begin to shine. Remember the story of a hesitant artist standing on the verge of a breakthrough? Yellow inspired her to boldly share her work with the world, earning not just financial success but the joy of self-expression. And what of orange? It's the vibrant energy of creation and connection. It's the startup founder collaborating with a network of innovators, drawing inspiration from diverse perspectives to build something remarkable. Orange teaches us that wealth often grows when we share and connect. Finally, there's red dot, the fiery force of action. It's the determined investor who seizes the moment, turning a leap of faith into a fortune. Red is courage, power, and the willingness to chase opportunities without hesitation. As we've journeyed through these vibrant colors, I hope you've seen how each one holds the potential to shape your life in meaningful ways. But this is more than just wearing a color. It's about embodying its energy, aligning your actions with your intentions, and embracing the lessons it offers. So, what colors will you invite into your life this January? Will you choose purple's wisdom, green's growth, yellow's confidence, orange's creativity, or red's passion? Perhaps all five will find their way into your wardrobe and your mindset. Here's your challenge. Try it. Experiment. See how these colors resonate with you, not just as fashion choices, but as tools for transformation. If this video inspired you, let's keep the conversation going. Hit like, share it with someone who might need a little color in their life, and comment below. Which color speaks to you the most? Remember, you hold the brush to your own life's canvas. Let 2025 be a masterpiece of abundance, success, and joy. Until next time, this is Lotus Light Teachings, guiding you on your journey toward a brighter, more colorful future.